How the fuck do I work all of this? What fucking team's playing? Huberts versus Buffoon Platoon. What a team. What a team, both of these teams, actually. I guess Huberts is winning, but they've just won the first round. They won the first round while I was figuring out how to fucking set up OBS. It's been fucking ages since I've actually streamed anything. I genuinely think the last time I streamed would have been the IM playoffs like 2 fucking years ago. Something like that. It's been ages, hasn't it, Beans? Beans is my cat, and I love him. So this is going to be heavily unoptimized for streaming because I don't care. Because this is on the fly. But we are watching Huberts versus Buffoon Platoon. This is the first playoff series. Huberts is the 4th seed and Buffoon Platoon as I think something like 8th seed or something. Huberts do come out. Huge collapse on Blob and Ruins, but Nicholas the Large going down in the post fight as well. Sneck sacrificing his life for him. And then Kepler is just trying to get any sort of frags on his way out. Norman and Blue living with their lives. Big Uber advantage too. An opportunity to repush, which it looks like what they're doing right now while the rest of the team are out and about. Have to be careful for Bruh, who's lurking around here. He has not been... I guess he has been spotted now. Lightly Salted coming in. He's saying, I want a piece of this action. And then Blue Chemist doing a really good job at living there, preserving the Uber advantage. Are they going to delay their demo man? It looks like they are. Which is going to be... He's going to respawn soon enough. So it's not going to be a terrible miss. But it does just mean that if Red chooses to push right now, they're not going to meet a huge amount of resistance as if they would when what's his face was up. It looks like he's here, he's back, he's ready to go. Even Uber's in play at the moment, and Red team's just looking to creep forward. They do drop their demo, but the Ubers are being exchanged out here. They're going to have to be careful in this post fight because Bruh has gone behind. And now there's a Blue Scout, or Red Scout right on top of the medic. Blue Chemist has no idea of anything that's going on here. But yet he lives, he persists onward. And the big sack, the salvage play for Nicholas the Large coming out. Bruh's finally making his grand entrance. What a surf. What a surf. This guy, Blue Chemist living. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, by the way. This is the Just Jazz streaming Team Fortress 2. It's been so long. I should go in windowed mode in between maps. The reason I'm streaming this game in particular is I tried to roster on Huberts. And the admins denied me. They said, "Sir, your many seasons of playing only med makes you too strong for amateur. We can't let you do that." So instead, I'm just kind of doing a bit of mentorship. A bit of a misuse. Not sure what's going on here with Chemist and Norman. They're just going to try to get as much as they can, and as much as they can get was fuck all. So now, it's going to see how I'm going to watch Salted here, the Pocket Scout on the red team, how he chooses to help his team aggress forward. Taking space, progressing their team up valley. Huge trap there, but has not amounted to anything. All the while, it's just another spam war trade. Players bombing across. Kepler going down weak. Blob also weak. They're just getting free space here on the point. They do capture, but at what cost? No cost so far. Nicholas is quite weak, though. One good bomb could seal his fate, but nobody's really taking the aggression. Nobody's bombing forward. What's this guy? Buffoon does go down though. So first fight, first player pick of this this next fight. So It could spell good news. The bombs are starting to come in. The players are progressing across the point. Blue Chemist is down quite weak, though, and they're going to use... Where's the blue med? The blue fucking demo living 4-7 years. Blue Chemist is caught in. Yeah, you've got to use here, man. All the while, like, how the fucking Snick just fucking creeping around? Snick, that's twice he has denied his own team demo man from spawning up. But welcome everybody. It's been a long time since I've streamed Team Fortress 2. My OBS is it's been a while since I've used this, so it's not fully set up. Norm on an 8 kill streak, by the way. Could bode well for his team, but that bomb from Bra coming in, picking up the demo men, maybe not. Who knows? It's been so fucking long since I've casted too. Like, there's a period of my life 5 years ago, which feels weird to say, where I was really good at casting. Me and Godfather, we were the undisputed goats of TF2 casting for like a 2-month period. We weren't very good, but we could talk and play off of each other really well. And now it's really difficult for me to cast, especially when I'm doing a solo cast. So if there's anybody out there watching the stream wants to come and cast, please let me know and we'll get in a Discord call together. Refight happening. Snake going down. Blobs also could potentially go down. Does get a bow. They're gonna have to exchange here in order to keep their hopes alive. 5 seconds left on the point for both teams. Kepler bombing in. Are they gonna salvage this? The health is not in the favor of the red team, but the med advantage is in favor of the red team. It's a scrappy fight as long as. Ooh! Oh, that was so close. What a fight! What a fight! 2-0 up on the board. I need to make a scoreboard. And I'm not in bordered windowed mode. Can I do that from the thing? I can. Look at this. Look at this. We are living in the future here, folks. Living in the future. You can make borderless windowed mode, Team Fortress 2. And now I should be able to alt-tab and the game keeps going. And it is. Look at this. We're going to be on the Bruh cam for just a moment because I got to do something. Let's do this. Huberts. 2. Buffoon 0. And look at this, look at this. So now we got it up on the screen. Look at that. I'm so good at this. I haven't lost any touch. While that was happening, a fight happened and it didn't go too well. Let me do this. Here's what we're gonna do. I don't think you guys are ready for what I'm about to do, but I'm ready for what I'm about to do actually. Twitch.tv is JustJazzReal, which is me, and I'm gonna go in the Discord of Huberts and I'm gonna say @everybody game live. Man, I used to know so much about this game. Now I feel like a fucking retard. Bomb coming in from Kep. He does big ol' air shot from Jump Beef, saying the only person who's gonna be beefing here is you. Some good time whittled off the board for both Huberts and for Buffoon Platoon, both with roughly 2 minutes taken off the clock, some more, some less. But the big fight is coming back in, but it doesn't even matter. Justin drops the med with a huge trap, and now the salvage play all in for Nicholas the Large. And here comes Norman Village. Oh, dude, Nicholas the Large on a fraction of a health. Somehow living there. Snake is going to go down potentially. Actually, he does live here, which is quite good on him. So big trap from Justin, preserving a huge Uber advantage for them. And then Nicholas doing a really good job at living there after the med dies. So it's going in their favor at the moment for Huberts. Sorry, for Buffoon Platoon. So, and we got my guy. My guy, you know he's my guy. It's AZN. Face 766 in the chat. What's going on, big dog? We are streaming amateur playoffs. It's been so long since I've fucking done this, man. It feels good to be back. Now I say it feels good to be back. I'm gonna do this maybe for like tonight and for the rest of the playoff series, and then you're not gonna see me for another year or so. As it goes. Huge Uber advantage on the side of Huberts. Got to be careful of these traps again, Blue Chemist. Watch out! Bombs coming in. Yeah, that's kind of predictable there. I think that once you're walking in, you just need to take as much space as possible. Kind of delayed across the point, which allowed Beef and Bruh to come and get a fat bomb in. But that's how it goes. And now Red looking to take this refight. Got to be careful, though. The health is really not on their side. Lightly Salted could go down there. Should have gone down there. Does not go down there. And they're going to preserve their Uber advantage, but it's just going to take a little bit more time off of the clock for Huberts. So, you know, still anybody's round here. If you are Huberts, you want to be building and you want to be holding back just about now because they're going to be coming up on their Uber. It looks like they are listening to me 90 seconds in the future here. But they do have to be careful. They're about at 80%. And they do get the force out here in Valley. It's a huge force if they can preserve their now Uber advantage. Ruins could go down here, and he does. And then, oof. Kepler going in to try to get something on Nicholas the Large. Does not get anything, and they are going to trade the point now. My little point HUD element has disappeared. Can I do HUD _reload scheme? And we do have a pause out, which is going to. Who knows? Who knows what's going on in the pause? Yeah, it really does remind me of that tragedy. By the way, I don't have my stream chat open, so I don't actually see what's going. Wait a second. How foolish could I be? I'm fucking actually Boo-Boo the Fool here because I forgot that while my normal computer is broken, I've got my laptop running. And I was sitting here just like, I can't have the stream open and then the chat open. But then I remembered I can just fucking open my computer and I can see it. So now I've got TF2 on one screen, chat on the other stream. We are really high tech at the moment. You have no idea how high tech we are because I didn't know how high tech we were going to be. You know, what a horrible push. It reminds me of that tragedy is actually correct. It reminds me of that tragedy too. The tragedy called Jazz using OBS. So, pause is now finished, and the blue team is attempting to push back in, and they're going to use their Uber here. Does Jump Beef get out? And it looks like the pause is not the pause. The round is over. What a terrible round reminds me of that tragedy too. So now we're gonna have a bit of an STV, people floating around the map. 2-1 though, 2-1 still in favor of Huberts, but this other team, these guys, showing that they're still in it to win it. 2-1. I gotta update my OBS. I gotta update it. I'm gonna update it, and I'm gonna let nobody talk because I have to do that. Look at that. Map score 2-1. We do have a game on. We do have a game on. This shit was fucking awesome back in the day too. Just like going live on the stream and just being like, I'm gonna stream my buddies' games. And now that I'm old, it's still kind of fun though. It's fun. I love low level TF2. I really do. Like, cause this shit, like watching Invite and Advanced and all these higher level divs, like that's really cool. But sometimes you just gotta see the youngins play, the young guns, the up and comers. And to be fair, sometimes you just see the absolutely mad shit happening in these fucking amateur games. Like amateur, anything can, it's fucking anybody goes. Lightly Salted does go down. Actually, he's the first casualty, and the Uber is going to be exchanged. The health on the red team kind of low, which forced that out. And Justin's actually going to be dropped in the Uber. They dropped their demo man. Are they going to salvage? Are they also going to pick up the med? Are they going to get him? Somebody please bomb in. Oh my god, if a soldier fucking bombs there, like I'm salivating. That's like fucking, that's red meat. That's the rare steak after the appetizers, right? You know, you want the appetizers, which is getting the good frags in the Uber, and then you just want the little bit of, I'm going to bomb you. And then the dessert is if you get a full wipe. But now the fight is actually coming back in. Health relatively equal. Positioning still on the favor of Huberts. Red team really hasn't been able to push in and find their opening frag. And the opening frag's going to go against them because Brad's going to go down and Justin's going to go down. Blob's going to go down too. So now it's still a bit of a back and forth, little bit of a tango, little bit of a salsa dance going on, and it's going just to be Huberts maintaining their positional advantage and maintaining the point advantage too. They do need one of the soldiers on height. You jump, and the scouts on height too. The players are jumping in. Bruh getting Blue Chemist down super weak. All the players were on a weird low ground position. They weren't holding height that entire repush. And now Blue Chemist is going to go down. A huge bomb in from Bruh. And they're finding frags left, right, and center. It's a 3v2. Can they pick up Buffoon's or Jump Beef with a huge upward direct? Now, can they find him? Now he's going to escape. He's going to escape on 2 health. But it's a bit of a shot across the bow there, I think. When Huberts were holding the point, they were doing quite well. But then they just all seem to get off height at the wrong time, which just allowed players to come back in. But that's okay. That's in the past because now we got another fight coming on. We got another fight, and red team trying to get some sort of positional advantage. Blob and Kepler taking the left roof. Salted and Beef both down weak. Kepler's 41 health as well, so they've got to keep on. Somebody's got to. Where's the opening frag? Who's going to be the opening frag? Who's going to die first? I have to know. Everybody has to know. Jump Beef coming in, bombing in top right while the demos are trading spam across the point. Kepler does go down, but a lot of red team players in red health as well. The health is not on their side, but the player advantage is on their side. The bombs come in. Brud does go down. Sneck goes down too. 5v4. Jump Beef just slowly inching his way across the point, and they are going to recapture that. They're going to delay Brud, and that's going to allow Snake and Kepler to spawn up. If they start moving now, their spawners are going to come in the middle of the fight, and they've got to start going right now. Norman's like, let's fucking go, dude. I'm ready. I'm hungry. I want to fucking feast on these geeks, man. And the Uber does come out, and it's going to be an exchange. A couple flashes left and right on the side of blue. It's just been kept a solo on the side of red, and then Kepler's coming in. He's got a huge bomb in. He's not done. Fuck all damage, dude. Nicholas the Large is still living. He's only half health. And then Kepler goes down. Jump Beef goes down. Bruh, and Nicholas is 8 health. Somebody please just fucking sneeze on him, man. He will die so quickly. And he does get out. No, he doesn't get out. The sticky from 3 across the map into Nicholas the Large's fat fucking face. He does go down. That I did not mean to sound like that. I didn't want to be rude, but like, you know, sometimes you just got to run with the wordplay when the wordplay is fucking flowing. I'm getting juiced up. I'm feeling myself again, man. It's been a long time since I casted. And now 15 seconds left on the clock. Red has to capture, and they've got to capture immediately. You do not want this to go to overtime. Of course, I can't tell you how much point has been capped, but Boof goes down. Lightly Salted goes down. Brud goes down. And it's gonna be, that's gonna spell the retreat unless Jump Beef can somehow fucking kill the entire team. Not gonna happen. 3-1. And we're potentially at map point, not match point, because we still got a lot of TF2 left to play tonight. But that was a good fucking round. 3-1 in the favor of Huberts. Huberts winning so far, but anything can happen. TF2, you know TF2. You know TF2. You love TF2. You told me you love TF2, actually. So, I don't know what I'm saying. Kepler bombing in. Going behind is going to cause a bit of a distraction, but Norman does go down as well, so that's going to be bad. Blue Chemist is all by his lonesome. It's just going to be him and the Demo Men getting out, and then... Is one of their players behind? No, Blob is in front. Blob is with his team. And that's going to be the first cap of this round going to fucking Buffoon Platoon. Buffoon Platoon. You know, the more I hear about these guys, the more I care for them. Because they're amateur players. And I love amateur players. Amateur players are genuinely some of the funnest. Amateur TF2, I'll say it before, I'll say it again, and I'll say it probably 12 more times on this cast. Some of the most fun TF2 you can watch. Uber Exchange coming out on the point. A lot of flashes from Blue Chemist. Norman Village, got to be really careful. It's Flash City. You get a flash, and you get a flash, and you get a flash, and Justin goes down. Lightly Salted goes down, too. Norman Village goes down. So it's a 4v5, 4v4, really, because Sneck does go down, and Justin is on his rollout back. So they got to be careful. They're just getting slightly edged here. And yes, I did mean that. They're slightly getting pushed out of the point. And that's going to give the opportunity for the recapture from the fellas. You know the fellas. 2 minutes left on the board for Buffoon Platoon. And, you know, they've given a really good showing for this. It's been a really tight match so far. A really tight match for both teams involved. So, anybody's game so far, but we'll see how we go. Looks like Hubert's looking for their their entry in. The other team is fucking bunkered. They're saying, like, no, we run. No! Oh! The drop! No, it wasn't a drop. It was a 99% death. And then Blue Chemist does go down in this fight too. It's a 4v4 in post. Roughly same players, but Justin does go down, and there's 2 players living behind. Boof going all the way to the red spawn, potentially. I would go to the red spawn. I would just try to fucking kill their med. I'm hungry if I'm Boof. Instead, he's dying silly. It's one of those situations that, like, once you live behind, you've really got the 2 options. You need to fucking die as fast as you can so you can respawn, or you need to go fucking kill their med, and he chose to die not super quickly. But that's okay. So now both teams reinitiating their fight, starting to walk across. Trading spam, you know, who's gonna go down first, and it's Salter who does go down, and Beef's gonna respawn, so it could potentially be a 5v6 if he does his rollout fast enough. Actually, the med and the other players are disconnected, so looks like the recapture is in. Let's look at these loadouts while we have a bit of a lull. Lightly Salted, L, Justin. I kind of respect it. I like the blown out pants in the back. Huge bomb coming in from Blob, but he's not going to get anything. Huge bomb gets nothing. Kepler going down as well. Soldier living behind. They're going to have to take this forward exchange, this aggressive exchange. They've got to be careful. They are going to be 4v5 in the post because only one's just spawned up. Blue Chemist is going to go down. They have to salvage. Kill the med, kill whoever, get a frag, get something. The huge rockets onto the demo, and it's going to be Blob coming in. Does he get anything? He does get a nice little rocket off on the Nicholas, but not enough to get him dead. He's still living. He's still alive. So you know, 50 seconds on the clock for Buffoon Platoon. 30% advantage as well, and looks like they're trying to edge the cap a little bit, just seeing if they can force the hand of Buffoon to start taking a fight. Kepler coming in, bomb doesn't get him anything, just a little bit of a fade. Fade action Snake taking some fights. What's going to happen? The Uber does come out. If Blue Chemist can just dip dodge and turn around and weave, it could be good. Lightly salted with the beef of the century. Now, Bruh coming in. Oh, no. Just had to stay with his team. Some pretty poor health on the side of some of these other players. What's going to happen? What's going to happen? If he can get the med, this is huge. He doesn't get the med. Nicholas the Large lives. Norman doesn't get him either. Where's Nicholas the Large? 28 health. Fucking super, super weak. 25 seconds here. They haven't recapped either. Like, they've been taking their time trying to get this point. Just going to give enough time for a lot of the blue spawners to spawn up, and it's going to be a 6v6, 30% advantage on the side of Buffoon Platoon. But, you know, with so little time left on the clock, the Uber's going to be in play here because they're coming on it right now. But if they get the force, it's a good force, but they've got to find some extra frags in order to make this worth it. They're continuing to stay in. Blue Chemist at 70%. Jump Beef coming up. Nicholas the Large does go down. It's a 3v2, and it's not good. It's not good for the side of Huberts, and that's going to be 3-2. Fucking razor edge type of game at the moment. Anything can, you know, one slip up from either team, and it's a 3-3. One slip up from Buffoon Platoon, and it's a 1-0 map advantage to Huberts. 3-2. 3-2. I want to see the Medpov in this next mid, and what I would talk you through what I would do. So yeah, beam in the demo, back to the demo, sending across. Where are my scouts? I need to buff my scouts. Where's my scout? Where's my scout? Where's my scout? Is what I'd be screaming. Trying to, because at this point your demo's already pretty well buffed up, so I'm looking for my scouts. Feed them beam and let them frag. But a good mid on the side of Huberts. I honestly didn't know what was going on because I'm like, I'm just saying shit. I'm just saying a lot of shit. That's what I do here on Just Jazz. Is Just Jazz real on Twitch.tv? I say a bunch of shit. Oh, the girl I'm dating is she just landed in New York. Nice. She's real cute too, you know. So life is going pretty well. Let me text her back and just enjoy this. Enjoy what's going on. I'll keep it on the med POV. Uh-oh. I come back, and the med is dead. The heavy is dead. Remember that? You love that video. The heavy is dead. What a great video. So anyway, now we're back to edit. You know, you got to text the women. You got to text women. Well, I love women, to be honest. So Huberts with pretty decent time ticked off the clock, but the demo going down is going to spell the retreat. Especially demo going down, Uber disadvantage. You know what? We've ticked 90 seconds off of the clock here in this round. 3-2 up. We don't have to take a huge amount of risk at the moment. Let's back out. Norman actually the first off class of the night. Here he is on the sniper. I don't like the loadout, to be honest. And you know what? He does get Bruh. That's the first frag. And he does get Boof as well. 2 frags early on with the sniper. They're going to have to be careful. And now the rest of the sack comes out. Ruin's trying to get this fucking whatever that guy is. And the force does come out. Norman does go down, and they're going to use this Uber exchange on Snake. I think there you just need to keep it on Snake. At the very least, you need to jump. Flashy demo. Demo jumps in. Flash on the Snake. Collapse in Valley. But that doesn't happen. They do recapture the point, though. but now red is going to start taking the initiative. Huge bomb from Blob is going to take down Lightly Salted, and some of the health is really not on the side of Buffoon Platoon, although Ruins and Blue Chemist are both quite weak as well. So the demo going down is a huge pick for Buffoon Platoon if they can capitalize off of that. Huberts does go down as well, or not Huberts. Blob on the side of Huberts does go down, and Buffoon Platoon are going to recapture the point. 1 minute left for Huberts if they recapture. 2 minutes left right now for Buffoon Platoon, and they've been playing this clock pretty well. Norman back on the sniper. I don't know why I said that in the spy voice, but you don't have to worry about that. You just have to listen to me. He does pick up Lightly Salted. That's the opening frag, gonna signal the opportunity for his team to get in. And bruh immediately just gonna bomb him. Says, "No, fuck this sniper, man. What type of pussy plays that class?" No offense, Norman. Ubers do come out as well. While bruh is searching for some player, he's gonna find Chemist. Potentially, he's bombing out. Chemist has no idea that the fucking soldier's still even living behind. Just leave. You just gotta leave. And a really good re-entrance and retake from... well, I guess they didn't retake the point because they had the point. But this kind of seems to be a bit of a problem on the side of Huberts. When they don't have control of this point, their ability to crack the nut of Buffoon Platoon quite limited so far. They've had a difficult time retaking it. They don't really seem to find the opening frags and then snowball frags into more frags. And Boof does go down. Speak of the devil, he does go down and then kept bombing in a bit of a fade bomb. Uh-oh. Is this a pause? It's a pause. It's a pause, which means in roughly 90 seconds we will figure out if it's 4-2 or 3-3. And given the state of the fucking match, I don't know if it's good for Huberts. It is a 4v... I think it's a 4v6. 5v6. 6v5. One team has less players, another team has more players. Norman does go down. The Ubers, both Ubers now in play. None have been used, but both are still available should the need arise. Blob does go down, and this Uber does get forced. This is another thing. These Ubers, they've never... I don't think I've seen Blue really take a lot of exchanges. It's always... All these Ubers are very reactive. There's never any proactive Ubers for space or for what have you. And Snick does go down. Blob goes down. Bruh. Doing so much work for his team at the moment, man. So much work on the side of Bruh to keep his team in this game. They're having a really difficult time dealing with these soldiers going behind, and now 15 seconds left, 20 seconds left for Huberts, and a full Uber advantage on the side of Buffoon Platoon 2. And that's going to be the Uber coming out. Bad news, Bears. Bad news, Huberts. It's 3-3. And I'm going to retry just so I can get my HUD elements back. 3-3. This is match point. This is a proper game, as AZN was saying earlier. We've got a game. We've got a fucking game. Oh, my HUD thing just doesn't reappear. Okay, that's really cool. Thanks, TF2. Bruh going behind again. Kepler looks like he's lurking around on the thing. There was a player who went behind. It was Blob who went behind to try to deal with that. Yeah, no frags coming out. Blue Chemist going down. Not going down, but going down. Weak health. I'll just let what's going on. And bruh, he's just lurking behind, man. This guy is just doing so much work. I think he's a ringer, which has no excuse. At some point, like, if a player is going behind, I think maybe you just walk forward, get a little bit aggressive, hit the aggro button on your keyboard, and then go in the chat and say, "Move! Walk forward! Go! That's what you would be saying. That's what I would be saying. Like, fucking shoot the cunts, man. That's what I would be saying. But, you know, everybody's got different communities. Some people say, let's go forward. And some people say, hey, that guy's behind. I'm sure we'll be fine just sitting right here. We'll be good. Looks like the sack wave is coming out. Blob coming in. Kepler coming in. There's nothing happening here. And Snake is going to potentially be a late frag here if he doesn't get out. Really expertly held by the Buffoon platoon. Even Huberts now. Players walking forward. The girl is texting me back. I gotta deal with this. You know the deal. What was I talking about? I don't know what I was talking about. I have no idea what I was talking about. I don't know anything about this game anymore. I'll be honest. Anybody who's tuned in thinking, oh, Just Jazz, he's going to have brilliant, poignant insight. Sorry. That's not how it works anymore. Blue Chemist, again, just eating so much spam. Yeah, and that's going to be, yep. Eating spam, nobody's controlling height. Blue Chemist has no idea what's going on. I would not have that problem for the record. I would have been aware. But yeah, just another catastrophic series of fights and point helds for Huberts. Losing the med. Blue Chemist is having a torrid time on this map so far. Is it necessarily his fault? Maybe. I mean, he's the med. Like, you gotta be aware of these things, man. Where's the sniper? The sniper. You know, when he was on sniper earlier, like as soon as he went up, he was ringing out headshots left and right. And now found nothing, but they did find. This is really bad news. This is bad news for Norman and Blue Chemist and the rest of Huberts, because they no point pressure whatsoever. And if they do get the point, like, you know, they'll have Uber advantage. But again, they've just been so. Yeah, well, there you go. The Blues med drops. Yeah, it seems a bit rattled. The team just a bit rattled after they started dropping rounds. They put themselves in really commanding position to take rounds, to take the map. They went up 3-1 at one point, but now at 3-3 with 10 seconds left on the clock, and that's going to be a difficult task. Some would say impossible. I would say impossible because now you're having just the feed for the point, which you have to do because there's so little time left on the clock. But bam, 4-3. First map going to Buffoon Platoon with a 4-3. Let's go. Series score. So we'll find some logs. We'll find some logs here in a second. Look at all my med hours, by the way. Almost 1,600 hours, and I still kind of suck. I'm really not that good. But I had fun. Let's look at these logs. Let's find some logs. Are you ready for these logs? I think I'm ready for these logs. Ooh. Ooh. It's not pretty reading for fans of Huberts, which I'll admit to being, right? You know, I have a little bit of a bias toward them as somebody who wants to be on their team next year. I really enjoyed playing with them the other week. But look away if you're a Huberts fan because it does not bode well for them. So yeah, 4-3 on the side of Buffoon Platoon for this first map. But we've had some some pretty torrid, tough score lines to look at. Let's have a look. I'm having a look here. So, biggest thing that immediately sticks out is Buffoon Platoon getting at almost 40 more frags than Huberts. Just highly outdamaging them, highly just outplaying them. Now, the charges and the caps are relatively the same, but just like that damage, just every time that they would try to enter the point, just so difficult, so oppressive on the side of Buffoon Platoon. It just made their job so much more difficult. Blue Chemist also dying, 6 more times to Nicholas the Large. And this guy was just doing all sorts of work for his team throughout the match. Who is this guy? Tandem. Good player. Just really good at going behind and just causing distractions and being difficult. And yeah, Norman Village doing the second most amount of work for his team. But yeah, it was just difficult, and then here, who's this fucking Evangelical Ruins? But that was the bruh show. In fact, you could say it was a bruh moment, which is an inside joke, my old team name for RGL. And Oz Fortress. Heal stats, meh. Nothing I can really discern from that. So, yeah, good first round. If there's anything that anybody else is seeing from the logs, all one of you, let me know. Blob and Kepler are really not endearing themselves to the cause. It's kind of a norm. Really, just trying to put the team on his back, and not succeeding. But that's life. Fade this. Now we get to get back to TF2. But while we're in pregame, I'm gonna text this girl. I need to go to the gym. That's what I should have been doing instead of fucking casting TF2. But you know what? The people demanded it. The people demanded, we need Just Jazz. TF2. Is Just Jazz real? We haven't seen him in so long, and here I am streaming an amateur match instead of lifting really heavy weights. Hope everybody's enjoying the match and enjoyed the VOD. If you are watching the VOD, hopefully not. I'll keep it up, and I'll send it to the lads of whoever wins. I guess I already posted in the Huberts Discord, but I'll also put it in the. I'll send it to one of the fellas from the other team. Just saying, like, hey, I should talk to you guys a little bit in the first game, but then you guys started winning, so my bad. But no, I mean, genuinely, like, I thought it was a really impressive performance, especially after dropping those rounds early on. Fuck, I need to restart my game. Because the point thing isn't showing up. Let's try this. All right. We're restarting the game. Folks, do not worry. Do not fret. I will be back on TF2 in a moment's rest. Yet. I don't know. I wanted to finish the rhyme, and I wasn't able to finish the rhyme. I'm sorry. I'm a failure, guys. I'm a failure. Let me make it so you can't see the game real quick while I get STV because I don't want to leak that. As funny as it would be. Excuse me. Again, hope everybody's having a good night. It's going to be another great map here in a second. Sunshine, map 2. And I believe this is the Buffoon Platoon pick of the series. So it could be... I mean, they won the map that was not theirs. So, you know, anything is possible here in the series. Like, you know, it's amateur, so being top seed or bottom seed or any seed doesn't really matter because it's fucking amateur. Everybody's fucking shit at the sport. At the game, sorry. I say that very respectfully, too. Actually, bruh, I would pick up bruh if I was running a team. If I was running a team in IM and I wanted, like, an up-and-coming roamer, like, I would pick bruh. That's my endorsement of the match. We like bruh. Because also, the team name would be Bruh Moment. So it would only fit to have a guy named Bruh on the team. There we go. Don't ask why that's not my auto exec. That's none of your business. Jump Beef does go down. Ruins goes down, and then Evangelical or Blue Chemist does go down as well. They're going to have to salvage all in for the med, and they're not going to find anything. How he went down so early in the mid fight, I don't know. I wasn't paying that much attention, but he did. And they're going to find an extra pick to stop them from capping the point, which is going to allow Snick just to get the rest of the cap. But it's going to be big Uber disadvantage, full Uber disadvantage, actually. So, let me... Excuse me. Yeah, the retake coming in, and it's free. It's free as the air you breathe. That's going to be the point going back in the favor of, I guess, the mid recaptured by Buffoon Platoon. And Kepler's got to be careful. He could find himself dead, and he does. Jump Beef coming in and getting a couple... The 1-2 rocket combo. Except it wasn't that exciting. He just does. He just gets the frag. They're going to be down. Snake goes down? Sir, you're not supposed to kill bind, like, unless it's a joke. So the Ubers do come out, but it's going to be for a little bit while longer player advantage if they can make it count, but it looks like they're not going to be able to make it count. Snake is going to respawn here in just a moment, and there's a bit of a fight going on over on this left-hand side of the lobby. It was a bit of a spam war from the side of both players. Excuse me. My allergies starting to act up. What if I just started sneezing a whole lot on stream? How funny would that be? It wouldn't be funny because we'd be pissed, but whatever. One second. Let me turn on my push to mute bind so I don't sniffle loudly into the bloody microphone. Nope, wrong one. It's actually annoying. I hate the fact that I have allergies. Jesus. Alright, there we go. What was I talking about? I don't know what I was talking about. Shoutouts Bungus2222. What's up, big dog? We are in the thick of it. It's nobody's captured the point so far. It's 5 minutes have gone by. I've had to distract myself momentarily due to allergies. And Bruh is up on the sniper. So it's a bit of a sniper v sniper. Bruh versus Norman Village. It's his second map. The fucking Buffoon Platoon did take the first map of the series. Norman Village trying to find some other frag. God, my allergies are starting to act up. I'm gonna be fuming. See, now I bound my push to mute bind to mouse 4, but every time I press it, it just fucking mutes my mic entirely. So you're just gonna have to deal with it. Sometimes you'll hear me sniffle. That's life. Nobody else is streaming the match, so who cares? Now, Lightly Salted is behind. Where is this fella? He's living far behind. Let's see. It looks like he's probably just gonna try to pull him back for a bit of a back cap. Unless... Has he been spotted? He has been spotted. So yeah, even Huberts 5v6 now. Opportunity to start getting more aggressive if you're Huberts. But Bruh, he reads them like a book. Bruh winning the Bruh v Blob 1v1 extraordinaire. But then Jump Beef going down, so that could be an opportunity just to get a little bit more aggressive. And Red Team is just completely giving up mid. At the very least, Snek has come in, but his team hasn't really followed behind him. So it's opportunities abound. And Kepler with a huge bomb in. He's going to get... Nah, he's not going to get Nicholas. Nicholas with a good serve to get out of there. And... Red Team does maintain control of the point. Now they're going to look to get a little bit re-aggressive here. Now that they have that one player advantage, let's find a good camera to be on. Where's the Bruh cam? This boy's going to sack in. Actually, Lightly Salted does go down, so it's going to potentially give away the opportunity to sack. You know what? For an off-timing sack, though, it could go huge. Snake playing a risky game of cat and mouse out there in Valley. Kepler bombing in, but everybody's really far behind, and at most he's going to get 2 rockets, 2 more than I expected. Snake is going to come in as well, trying to get something. It looks like what they're getting is just a little bit of area control. But now Red is ready to retake this fight. They're going to say, we're not going to give this up without a fight. And then Jump Beef tries to go behind, gets cleaned up by Snake, and afterwards... allergies. Fucking hell. Excuse me. Yeah, again, just another same story as what we were seeing on Clear Cut. The same story of what we were seeing on Clear Cut. Just these fights and these chaos plays on the side of Huberts just really not going in their favor. They haven't really been able to break any sort of hold, any sort of just defensive solidity on the side of Buffoon Platoon. Like it's been a very impressive defensive performance when they have been on the back foot from the side of Buffoon, but also a bit disappointing if you're Huberts. Like to have all these pushes where nothing really seems to go your way is not going to be... It's not good for your morale. Like, we saw it towards the end of the last map where they were just making plays that you otherwise wouldn't make if you were tilted. But they were just... You could just tell that they were a bit fuming. They were a bit fuming. I got to go blow my nose. Be right back. Just enjoy this last push. Yep, and they got it as I expected. All right. We'll get on the Brug cam for this mid while I update the scoreboard. Fuck, man.
Alert. The control point is being captured.
Ah! Excuse me. I'm just gonna go on mute for a bit while I fucking figure out why my allergies are acting up, so forgive me, viewers.
Alert. The control point is being captured. We have captured the control point. Alert! The final control point is being contested.
Idiot! Stand on the point! Doc, come on, man! Yeah, thanks, Doc.
Alert! The control point is being contested. We have lost the control point.
Thanks, Doc.
Alert! Our control point is being captured. We have secured the control point.
Put that gun, did ya? I can see my face from here.
Alert! Our control point is being captured. We have secured the control point.
Doc, come on, man! Stand on the point, Schweinhund!
All right. I think my allergies have situated themselves just hopefully long enough that we're able to finish the game, and then I'll go be sneezy and sniffly somewhere else. Full Uber advantage, not full Uber advantage. I apologize. Even Uber is on the side of both teams. This is going to be Hubert's first opportunity at pushing into last. They've really been on the back foot a lot of this this second map. Really since they took that 3-1 lead on Clearcut, it's been pretty well in the favor of Buffoon Platoon. But here comes the Uber. They do end up picking up the dispenser and the sentry, but Ruins does go down, and so does Bruh. Just such good timing again to come in and bomb Blue Chemist and pick him up and take him down and take him to the cleaners, saying, hey, by dry cleaning, it needs to be done. But Norman Village, could he potentially get a back cap here? No. No. Yes. And that's going to be a 1-1. It's a 1-1, but, like, this is a really... I don't know. I think Huberts really have their work cut out for them in this this map. They have been really on the back foot a lot of this entire series on Sunshine. But it's a new mid, new me. Both teams doing a little bit of a rotation. Blue team trying to go right, and then red team just immediately reverting to a choke. It's a bit of a spam war, a bit of a European style, no ring around the rosy, rockets full of posy, ashes jump. Beef does go down. Blob and Norman Village both weak. Blob's got to be careful. I don't know where he is, but Boof is right on top of the med, but does not pick him up. Lightly Salted is weak here too. Blue Chemist is 30 health, nothing new there. And it looks like Blue is going to take this mid, but it's... No, Justin just says, fuck it, let's push. They've got no demo. I'm not afraid of these guys. Why should I be afraid of these guys? We've been doing so well this entire map. Blob goes in, trying to get a huge bomb, but Lightly Salted, you know, just putting the finishing seasoning on that little kill right there. And now, just nobody, they haven't, this is this problem that we've seen all night from Huberts. When these fights come in, it's so difficult for them to find a frag, but they are going to exchange the Ubers. Boof is going to take down Snake, who just gets disconnected from the Uber. He's just pick up Ruins as well. It's gone all downhill for Huberts as they get cut off in the choke, and Blue Chemist does go down as well. Does Kepler get any sort of salvage play? And the answer is no. Norman just trying to get whatever he can, and he gets the salvage up on the med. Gets a little taunt off there too, but again, in these refights when they're coming in, there's no clear... You can tell there's no clear focus fire. Nobody knows. There's not... Huberts doesn't have a common agreement on what they're trying to do in order to make these fights work. And as a result, it just means that Buffoon, Platoon are just walking in and starting to get pressure and get space. And ultimately, they get the mid cap off of that. Now, fair play to Norman for getting that med, but God, man, they're making these so difficult for themselves. And again, I don't think I've really seen an aggressive Uber come out on the side of Huberts. It's all just been reacting all the time. So we'll see. We'll see what's up next. Even Uber's on their last. Snake's with the gun up. Norman on the sniper. Got to be careful. They now know he is on the sniper. Or the sniper, mate. Sorry. I get my accents confused. We'll see. We'll see what's going on. Soldiers coming in. Both going to... No way you forced there, bro. Mate. A 4-man sack for the med. I guess. Hey, fair enough, I guess. Fair enough. 4-man sack for med does end up allowing them to force and potentially get this point. But it's going to be, you know, a Pyrrhic victory because Red can just immediately push back in, and if they're not careful, because look at this positioning, Red can just walk in, and they actually do get forced, I guess, in Valley. Justin's coming in. He's cutting them off at the pass. Blob does go down as well. Nicholas was forced in the valley, which is gonna be why they use that Uber. But it's still so fucking risky, man. Like you need to get the point and just chill. And now, like the refight, the repush coming in, and Blue just fucking staring at the ceiling. I don't know, he's fucking picking his nose or some shit, man. Just not good positioning, not a good look, and like all Red has to do is rebuff and repush, and like a 4v2, not a good position to be in. Bruh's gonna bomb the point immediately, forcing everybody to turn around, and just Justin just knows where to place those stickies in order to get the pressure down, and does get the ham shank kill. 2-1. So again, like, you know, it's I've been watching this game for about 60 minutes now, and you know, fair play to Buffoon Platoon, because they're doing really well, although the red med Nicholas the Large taking a large amount of damage, but it doesn't even matter, dude. They corral the team over in Death Corner. They played their positioning perfectly. As soon as their med goes down, they're like, okay, we can chill. We'll chill back. They're going to walk into us. As soon as they're in Death Corner, we bomb. And they did, and they died. So I bet you if we look at the logs, it's going to be the same story that we were seeing on Clear Cut. Just out-damaged, out-fragged. And now, admittedly, 10 minutes left, plus overtime. So plenty of time for Huberts to get back into the game and show why they could win this. But, man, it's such a difficult task for them. Blob going down, lightly salted picking him up. Snake potentially overstaying his welcome in mid, but does get out. Kepler coming in, huge bomb, but nothing. No distraction, no counter pressure, just like a salvage. I gotta go for something type of bomb. Gonna lead to a 5v4 with after Jump Beef goes down, and then Buffoon just fucking sneaking in uncontested. Unseen, lightly salted. Does he get the demo? No. He gets a sticky to the face. This is a fun game. I'm enjoying this. And I do mean that.
Alert. Our control point is being captured.
You're sweet as a honeybee, but like a honeybee stings. You don't let my heart in pain. All you left. Ah, the Four Tops. It's a great band. Ooh. Sorry, I got distracted by the song that was playing in my head. So that's going to be Huberts recapturing mid and maintaining their Uber advantage after force, because they did pick up Nicholas the Large. And Red's not going to be on 2 yet. They can walk in and start taking the space if they're aware enough, and looks like they are, but it might be a bit too slow. The Red is slowly getting back to 2. So now instead of taking 2 for free and just buffing up and starting to push to last, like they're having to fucking fight for it. And in the interim period, Blue Chemist almost fucking dies, and it's an even Uber. So they had 15% advantage, and now it's an even Uber situation. This is a really, really tough game for Huberts. Every advantage they have going in their favor, like, just gets taken away from them so quickly. The Ubers do come out. Exchange happening now. Norman Village did go down early on. Blue Chemist is... I don't know what the fuck he's doing. Jesus. Jesus, man. I'm not going to dignify what I just saw with any sort of analysis. What the fuck is he doing there? Ending the Uber on low ground. I guess I got to go over point. There's no better option there, but like, woo! Not good for the blue team. Really on the back foot again. Just on the back foot this entire map. And I feel like I'm pointing out what Huberts is doing wrong a lot, and instead of what the red team is doing really well. Red team is they're taking these fights so well. They're not really giving any sort of inch. Here's a sack. Here's the sack we were all anticipating. Nothing going. So, just like the positioning and the timing, especially again of Bruh. Bruh has definitely been the MVP of this series, but Lightly Salted, I think, is a close second. I think those players have been doing a lot of work for the red team so far in this series, and yeah, they've made the lives of both teams, of the blue team, like very, very difficult. Indeed. And it's the same old song with a different meaning since you've been gone. Oh, bro, with a huge market garden. This guy is really, really good. Like, I'm going to start a team next season just to pick him up. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say, we're going to get you, bro. I'm going to get my guy. I'm going to get my guy. My guy is bruh. Get this guy on my team, bro. I need him. Huge Uber advantage. 6v5. 6v3. I don't even know numbers at this point, man. I'm ready to go to bed. I still got to go to the gym, too. But whatever. We'll make it work. But somehow Huberts holding it. Ruin's doing a great job at just keeping that active sticky pressure on the point. Really need to get the demo after they picked up the heavy in that Uber, but yeah, really tough game for really good game actually from the other fellas. Huberts, more like Pooberts. Hey! Got him. 6-7. You know the deal. I actually still don't get 6-7, but that's fine. Uber coming in. Uber advantage again. They're going to pick up the heavy. Snake does go down. They need to just stand on the point potentially. Yep. 3-1. And then it's going to be excuse me. But Buffoon Platoon putting themselves in a very commanding position going into continuous overtime here in just a moment. Kepler finding the first frag in the mid, but he's going to be the second frag in the mid in short order after Lightly Salted does pick him up. And then in Death Corner, seats Blue Chemist, and Bruh's just like, bruh, I know you're going to be there. Prepare to die. And that he does. It's going to be Norman in the in Ruins. Norman trying to go on a salvage play for the med, but that could be all she wrote. A full wipe on the side of Huberts, a really, really good mid. Just some really, really good mids from the red team throughout this entire match. And now I'm going to be walking into second, taking second. Where's the lighthouse? Why don't I have the lighthouse? That doesn't matter.
Alert. The control point is being captured.
Full Uber advantage needs to start. Really, they need to start be taking lobby right now. They need to be taking lobby, buffing up. Get your buffs. Somebody spot. We going left. We going right. Where are we going? We're going left. Okay, then we get ready to push left. Oh, sentry guns on the right. Let's push right. Right. They're gonna enter in lightly salted. They spotted the gun. The Uber is coming up on the side of the blue team, and they're going to end up dropping lightly salted before the Uber comes out, though the snake also does go down as well. They're going to get trapped off, and Bruh's going to go down. So I think Huberts there lucky to escape. I think the push just came out a little bit too slow on the side of... Came out a little bit too slow. Just needed to be, while they're taking two, just be buffing up and walking in. But now this is not a position that Blue wants to be in general. Anytime they've had big advantages going in, retaking a point, it's just all gone south at some point. Blob does go down, so that could be where it starts to go south. Who knows? Blue Chemist starting his long, arduous march forward. And they're just going to meet him in the choke point, and they're just going to use, but it could all amount to nothing. Are they going to get cut off? The health really isn't there on the side of the red team, and they're going to find the frag, and then Nicholas Solar is going to be taken down by Norman Village. And then there's a spy! Oh, lightly salted picks up the med, and now it's ooh. Again, just as quickly as they get their advantage, it's taken away from the salvage on the red team, and that's going to be it's going to be a big Uber advantage on the side of the red team. Huge backstab from lightly salted. He's just like, listen, I haven't shown up on spy the entire game, but I'm going to show up right now. So, and then a huge collapse in from I think it was Brown. It could have been Jump Beef. And he's still on spy too, so I imagine he's just going to be feeding him information, waiting for the call to come. We're pushing in right, get ready. We're pushing in left, get ready. No, dude, just fucking chill. You don't have to use... Oh my god. They deserve to lose just for that, to be honest. For just rushing the spy play. See, now if he uncloaks, like, while there's fucking chaos going on, like, it's fucking huge. But instead, what the fuck, man? What the fuck? I'm not the only one who saw that. If you saw that and you're just like, what the fuck? Hit what the fuck in the chat. Let's roast this fucking loser. Nah, he's not a loser. But it's still just like, man, just, you're on spy. They're going to be paranoid for you anyway. Like... What the fuck?
Alert. Our control point is being captured.
Anyway, Blue does recapture 2. Pushing into mid as well. Even Uber's right now. Is somebody going to fucking sack? Holy shit, dude. Just somebody... Hey, I'd be like, soldiers, rotate, come get buffs. We're going to sack in here. I don't care on whose side. Somebody fucking send a sack. Like, Ruins is just fucking sitting in choke, picking his fucking nose, dude. Somebody please bomb in so he can do some damage. Said respectfully, of course. I'd be falling asleep. I'd be like, dude, I got work in the morning. Can you guys fucking sack already, please? Holy shit. Or look how far back they're holding. Like, fucking walk in. I'm gonna use this this downtime to text this girl I'm seeing. I'll be right back, fellas. You know the drill. You know the drill. Waited all that time for that? Fucking hell, man. Nah, dude. What the fuck? Nah, bro. Nah, you deserve to get wiped for this shit, man. Nah, dude. Who the fuck? Nah, man. Nah. Nah, man.
Our control point is being captured. Alert. The control point is being contested.
Mate. Yeah, fucking Jesus. What the fuck?
Alert. The final control point is being contested.
Dude, what the fuck is going on? Why are you in there? No, why are you using the bone saw? What the fuck? Nah, dude. No, no. What the fuck? Why is the med pushing there? Nah, chat, no. Y'all can't see me. I have my fucking head in my hands. Like, I'm that fucking astonished by, like, what the fuck I just saw. Why is the med running the fucking bone saw? Why did he push in with his fucking team there? Nah, dude. Dude. Solo Climber, you saw this shit, right? Like, okay, yeah, like, what the fuck was that entire sequence? Like, I'm trying to be, like, really charitable here. Like, so you use the Uber in choke. Nobody sacked, by the way. Nobody sacked the entire fucking time. Like, I'm sitting here, like, texting this girl. Hey, what are you doing? I'm watching a fucking shite game of TF2, babe. What's going on? How you doing? I'm saying all this respectfully, of course. And then fucking it somehow works out because the players are living behind, and then like they get a lot of cap time, and then we're just all inning, and then the med's all inning, but then the med fucking whips out and he's on the fucking bone saw. Like, you deserve to lose just for that. Just for running the fucking bone saw in the year of our Lord 2020. And there you go. Thank you. I love Huberts, by the way. Let me recompose myself so I can talk about the game. I love TF2. I've been saying it this entire game, this entire series, that in amateur TF2, anything can happen. Unfortunately, for us, in amateur TF2, anything can truly happen. So, We will. I will fetch the law. That was so stupid. Why would you run the bone saw, dude? No. Anyway, let's look at some logs, guys. Hold on. Why is your med running the bone saw? What the fuck? I had to type that in the Huberts Discord. Shoutouts to the Huberts players, by the way. Excuse me. Let's look at the logs. All right. We're gonna sort by damage first. Ruins, actually, to be fair, Ruins was doing a lot for his team in terms of damage, but yeah, Justin, I didn't talk about him too much, but just quietly consistent throughout the match. Justin plus I don't have any comments about what I just read. Justin lightly salted and bruh. I mentioned earlier I thought lightly salted and bruh were my two MVPs across the match, and I think that still remains true. I think bruh did really well, really well throughout the entire course of the match. I think he was the ringer. And if he was or wasn't, like, doesn't matter, because like what I thought Bruh did very well was his timings, especially in both on mids and in scrappy fights. He did a really good thing as I believe he was a roamer. Just fucking, they're both roamers in all intents and purposes. Just did really well at picking the right moments to bomb in and create a lot of chaos, and he got a lot of frags out of it, evidently. Same with Lightly Salted. Just a super solid pocket scout performance from him. I do think Buffoon was very good at, like, kind of not as much as some of the other ones, but did a really good job at finding those opportunities to sneak in and just get some good frags. So I think across the board, and it's reflected in both the damages and the kills from Buffoon Platoon. Cheap streamers for cheap viewers for the stream. Guess what? Goodbye. But thanks for the offer, Bruddy. Thanks for the offer. To get back to it, I think altogether, and you saw this more as the as Clear Cut wore on, and especially in the Sunshine, that at some point, for me, having casted enough TF2, there was just a sense of inevitability. There was really no turning the tide on the side of Buffoon Platoon. It was just, on the side of Huberts. Buffoon Platoon was just the better team, without a doubt, across the board. When they'd sack, they'd pressure from all angles to create as much of a distraction. A lot of times you would see Kep and Blob, who I think very highly of. I think they're good players, they're good guys. Just solo bombing in onto fucking 5 people. And then, yeah, the med performances was fucking night and day. Why are you running the bone saw? I don't care. So we will pull up the brackets. Let's see what is in store. Excuse me. For the rest, and then we'll sign off, and I'll go do something else with my life. So, what was that? Seed 4 versus Seed 13, playing the winner of Seed 5 and Seed 12, which is Hardcore Heaven and DM Brothers. Let's see if they are still playing.